Hey there, welcome to Smarter Real Estate Weekly on Wednesdays. I'm Julie Yau Tam, managing broker of LYN REALTY, and we have a very action-packed video for you today here in Houston. And we are actually in the very popular Oak Forest neighborhood, and specifically in the subdivision of Forest Pines, where I am getting a new listing staged to sell, and to sell quickly is the goal. All right, so I'm going to go over today the staging process. You're going to get to see these professional stagers at work, and also learn about why should we stage a home? What difference does it make? You know, what kind of cost are we looking at? And but what is the return on investment from staging? And just kind of all of the details that you would want to know when considering whether to stage your home either for sale or for rent. And then when you're going to look at a home that's staged, some things to keep in mind. All right, and so here we go. Right now, the stagers have been unloading their truck. They've gotten furniture and decor, art, different pieces from their warehouse and have brought them over to this home at 5807 Viking Drive. There are other videos on my YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn about this home, a video tour, a home tour, which is actual listing video, and also a before and after video, because this home was built in the 1960s, and we have taken it from the 1960s all the way to the 2020s. So 60 years of a transformation, clearing out a lifetime's worth of belongings from this home for the former homeowners who then, passed on, and their son slash brother has inherited this home and is selling it. And then just all the remodeling that we've done to totally update this home. It is modern and it is beautiful. All right, so I'm going to take you through today. Today's goal is not a home tour. It's talking about the staging. So we're really going to be focused more on that. And so here we go. I'm going to try to not get in their way because they're trying to do their job. All right, so the first thing is, when you are looking for a home stager, obviously you want someone who you've seen their work and you like the aesthetic of what they've done for other homes, and that they have past customers who are happy and, with the work that they did, with the results, okay? Because here's the thing, is that a home will make an impression within 15 seconds. Okay, we've all heard about first impressions, when you personally, say, go on a job interview or meet someone new, that people judge you and you make that first impression so fast. Well, a home, a property, does the same thing. So we need to make a great first impression, first of all, with curb appeal before they even enter the home. And then the potential buyers need to go in and fall in love with the home and not want to leave. And so that is the goal of staging. So let's go ahead and go inside while I talk to you about more along those lines. So typically, on average, and some of these statistics I'm going to quote come from the National Association of Realtors and Bankrate.com, which our home staging company has quoted in their marketing materials. We're using Milan Home Staging here in Houston. And basically, an average buyer is going to look at a home for only 6 minutes. That is really fast. And now I'm talking about essentially probably an average home. Obviously, if the home is huge, like 10,000 square feet, you can't really get through the whole thing in 6 minutes. But a home like this, just a kind of a typical like 3-bedroom, 2-bath in the main house, plus an extra garage apartment with a bath, doesn't take a whole lot of time to go through. And so 6 minutes is really them just walking through each room, taking a quick glance, and then getting out because they're not impressed, they're not interested. If you think about whenever you've bought a home or leased a home, if you've stayed longer, it's because you were interested. You wanted to kind of see how your furniture might fit, how you might use the room. You imagine yourself in the home and you want to go through it again and possibly again. And you might even take some measurements and start to get really specific. Okay, as you can see, as I'm talking here, they've got furniture, it's been wrapped and protected. And then we hope everyone going through this home will be nice to the furniture and the decor, obviously. But yeah, they're already setting it out. Okay, so 6 minutes, that's really all the time you're getting. However, a home that is staged or that is occupied and therefore staged for real, that people actually live there, people will linger in it typically more than 40 minutes. So you're getting an extra more than half an hour out of people to stay in your home and look at it more closely, and they'll be more likely to make an offer to purchase the home. So that's exactly what we want. Okay, now let's take a look. That was kind of the living, dining, kitchen areas. Here they are staging what can be a study. It can also be a formal dining if someone wants, or a flex room, but they're staging it as a study. And that is the whole point, is you're trying to help people imagine what they can do with each room. Some rooms are very obvious, like a living room. However, you may not know how to place furniture. It may be an awkward space. Maybe it's actually a small space. That's not the case here. But sometimes when there are spaces like that that are a little bit more challenging, then you want that staging to help people visualize what can fit. Perhaps a room looks smaller than it really is. In fact, vacant homes tend to look smaller than occupied homes that have furniture in them. And so if you want someone to think that, this room, or you don't want them to think that this room is too small for my furniture, then you would definitely want to put, a king size bed in there and let people see, exactly what can fit. So here's the master bedroom or the primary bedroom where they've already started just kind of putting things here, and they'll be setting it up. I mean, you can see just how many items that they have. It's not just like, a big piece of furniture and a small piece of furniture and one piece of artwork. There is a lot of artwork. There's a lot of decor, a lot of different random items, but they're not going to overstage it where it will look cluttered, because obviously that's not a good idea. But they are going to put just enough to make it look like a home, make it look comfortable, make it look like someone could live here. And the goal is so that the buyer can imagine themselves in the home. If you think about new construction, whenever they have a model home, I remember as a kid just loving to go inside and just like sit on the couch and imagine myself, in there, and kind of analyzing the decor and the style and thinking about, what I liked or what I didn't like. And so that's what you want, is for someone to come into the home and really spend time. And when they see nice decor, they start to get inspired. And so the emotions start to get activated. And that's what we want, not for them to just walk through and look at things from a technical perspective, like, okay, how many bedrooms, are these rooms big enough or whatever, but let them fall in love. And so that leads me to my next point, is that what does staging do to a buyer? Well, actually, more than 80% of buyers find that they can visualize themselves in the home when it is staged. It's really hard to visualize yourself in a home when it's empty, or actually on the flip side, if it has other people's furniture and decor in it, but it's very cluttered, messy, dirty, or maybe has their own personal effects like photos and things where all you see is the family that lives there, but not yourself. So staging is very anonymous. It's just, general decor. It's not people's photos. You don't see toothbrushes, obviously. It's just very nice decor that you probably would want in your home. You might even want to buy the decor, not just the home, because it is so nice. And I want to mention that a lot of buyers are willing to overlook imperfections that a home might have, faults, actual like issues that you may have a problem with, but because it is staged, you're more willing to overlook that, because you're like, well, it is so nice. I'm falling in love. Your emotions kicked in. So you're thinking with your heart more than your head, which may not be a good thing. So as a buyer's realtor, you'd want to advise your clients to definitely still look at, everything about the home and the faults, and then, pay attention to the inspection report and things like that. But our goal as listing brokers like myself, for this home, is to get someone to fall in love with it, And look, they're being so precise right now, trying to put that, piece of furniture, every single piece actually, in exactly the right space and exactly the right place, I should say, centered on the wall, 1 inch this way, 1 inch that way, really to get it to look the best in the space, to make sure that this space is showcased, that we're not having a crowded, area where people are going to feel like the room is small or cramped or anything like that. And so you're really trying to help showcase the home, help people imagine what is possible, and see that they can fit all their furniture in there. And of course, they're not going to use oversized furniture like, some gigantic couch that looks like, the room is going to be really cluttered and cramped. They're going to use the correct size furniture and also the correct styles that go with the home's style and colors and things. So the stager comes in ahead of time to look at the home and measure and figure out. The other thing too is we're staging certain key areas, right? Because there is a cost to this. You can be looking at paying a few thousand or even several $1,000s, depending on the level of staging and the size of the home and how many rooms that you're going to have staged. And so you want to focus on the key rooms. Secondary bedrooms usually are not as important, or secondary bathrooms, but obviously the living kitchen, dining, breakfast, and in this case, the study to help people really see what they can do in there. And yeah, and so just having that, and especially if you have any awkward or strange spaces that people might not know what to do with, then you can inspire them by, for example, putting workout equipment in a room that could be used as a home gym. Okay. All right. So talking about your investment and how much it would cost. So a lot of stagers have a minimum of 60 days of staging. So you are paying a fee and you're paying that monthly rental to keep all the furniture and decor in the home. And then you can renew, say, for example, on a month-to-month basis at a discounted rate because you've already paid that initial fee. The return on investment is typically more than 500%. So if we're looking at ROI, we definitely want to make some sort of return. You don't want to pay for staging and not make your money back in the sale of the home. And so that's a good ROI. If you're making any extra money, then that's great. Because what happens is when you stage a home, whatever you spend on it, let's say it's this much, you're probably going to be able to sell for that much more. And so that's what makes it worth it, where those offers come in at higher prices. And look, they're bringing more furniture, taking it down the hall. So it's a really exciting time. This is a few hours process. They took a couple hours to load this morning from their warehouse, and they're going to take a few more hours here staging and getting everything just right. All right. Okay, I've covered kind of most of the things that we need to talk about here, and thank you for watching. I hope that you will join me again weekly on Wednesdays for Smarter Real Estate on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And hope you'll send me a message or give me some feedback. Put a comment down below, and also like and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And yes, definitely search for other videos for 5807 Viking on my channels and those different social media pages so that you can learn a lot more and see the journey of this property. It's really pretty impressive, and it shows you what is possible with an older home and how you can really transform it into something super modern and new that's very inviting and comfortable and welcoming that people would want to buy and live in. All right. Again, I'm Julie Tam, managing broker of LYN Realty in Houston. Thank you so much for watching and have a great week. Bye-bye.